So, what do you imagine? What 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 kind of a life are you imagining for yourself? I'm Gloria Grace Rand, and today's daily word is imagine. And so, hey, Brandy, good to see you. For those of you who maybe are just tuning in I started doing this on Sunday. I am sharing with you the daily word from Unity each day and kind of sharing what my thoughts are about it. So today's daily word is imagine, and it starts off, I imagine my good unfolding, and so it is. Hmm. So what do you imagine? What is the good that you imagine unfolding in your life? I tell you, the one good in my life that I'm imagining and that is unfolding is actually doing these. I am really enjoying talking with you and being able to share this because the daily word has become an important part of my life. Hey, Lisa, good to see you, and Lay, always good to see you as well. So anyway, I'll continue on here. So it says, my mind creates powerful images that shape how I experience my life. Why, that's the truth. Through the power of spirit, I have the ability to consciously create the life I am building with each thought and action. So I choose to fill my days with images of a healthy life and abundant good. Hey, Sharon. Oh, thanks for the like there. Yeah, so let's just stop there because there's a lot in that first paragraph because, you know, there's a lot that I think we can all necessarily doesn't go right in our lives from day to day. And, our life maybe doesn't go quite how we're imagining it to be. But here's the powerful thing about it is that we do have the power to change it. We have the power. All we have to do is decide and say, okay, this situation is not going great. What can I do to change it? So case in point, I've been having an issue with my car. My left turn signal in the rear isn't working. So I took it to the car dealer today to have them figure out what it is, and not very happy with the prospect. They say I need to replace this huge part in the car to where the short is, and it's going to cost like almost $2,700. So that certainly isn't good that I imagined going to the car dealer today. It wasn't quite what I expected. Well, I was imagining something nice and simple. But here's the thing. I can choose to be unhappy about the situation, or I can choose differently. And I can choose to say, okay, what is the good that's going to come from this? One good was my husband suggested, well, let's get a second opinion for one thing. So I did take it to somewhere else and where it might not cost as much possibly to get fixed. We're still going to have to talk about it. Or I might have to go car shopping, which is kind of a bummer because I really love my car. I have a very cute car. But again, it's, there may be some reason for this, and I'm going to trust in God that there is, a reason that this is happening. And I don't know quite what it is just yet, but I'm not going to get all shook over it. It's just a car. It's just money. And in the grand scheme of life, there are a lot more important things to focus on. So let me continue on with what this is. So it says, beyond what my eyes see in the physical world is an idea of the good I envision. Relying on divine wisdom to reveal each step of the way, I manifest the good I have imagined. See, this again, it's actually a little bit pairs up on what I talked about yesterday. So if you haven't watched yesterday's, check it out. Because again, we were talking about the fact that the human mind can come up with the path to take, but we leave it to God and our spirit to actually figure out the how. So this is sort of the same thing. It's talking about relying on divine wisdom to reveal each step of the way. And because then you're able to manifest all the wonderful things that you want to have happen. So like I said, I'm not quite sure what's going on with the car situation, but I am going to trust that there is something better in mind for me, that some good is going to come out of this. And I don't know what it is right now, but I'm going to hold the space for it. And just like anything else, even in our business or just in our day-to-day lives, just have, hold the space, have an imagining of, what you want to have happen, and then just trust actually that it is going to happen and act as if it's already happened. And then the universe will make it happen. I firmly believe this. And it's even, I mean, it's in the scriptures. I've read it. I don't remember exactly now, but I think it was something from the day before or something that said it. Well, actually, we're going to get to it in a minute. But anyway, let me go on to the next paragraph. It says, faith assures me what is unseen remains certain. I allow good to unfold without stressing about a temporary appearance or clinging to a particular result. The power of spirit through me is mighty to bring forth the good that I imagine. So I guess what I'm going to imagine is having a wonderful car that works well. So whether that's going to be my current car or maybe it's a future car, I don't know. But that's what I'm going to start holding to, because I love having a car that takes me where I want to go. So that's what I'm going to imagine. And then we'll see how that works out. Like I say, I'm going to let spirit work through me. I am going to not stress over it. It says don't stress about a temporary appearance. So yeah, my turn signal doesn't always work. But I'm not going to stress over it. I have been trying to avoid making left turns, but anyway. But here's the last thing, and this is from Luke. And it says, he replied, what is impossible for mortals is possible for God. And I've got actually a sign up on my wall over here that says, with God, all things are possible, because that is truly what I believe. Things may be impossible for us, but with God, it's possible. And it's just a matter of having some faith and trusting that things will work out. And they may not always work out the way we see them wanting to work out or the way we feel it must work out. But again, there's just because things don't seem to work out the way we are now or the way it happens now, it could be that something better will come along that will make it so much better. And I'll give you another example. I have had in the past, I was doing a workshop. I had planned a workshop, and it was going to be in October, but then this was October of 2016. But then a little hurricane came along, and I was having it on the beach in Cocoa Beach, and a little hurricane came along and closed down the hotel, so we had to postpone it. Things happen, but I didn't stress over it, and I think at the time I wasn't even quite ready for it. So, it's okay. It's we have to go with the flow sometimes. And then I was able to have it later, and it turned out okay. So even though, there was an initial disappointment, but not getting all upset over it and just trusting that there's a reason that this had to happen, and that and actually really what wound up even happening was that I needed to spend some time with my sister. And so it was a good thing that it didn't happen then, because it would have kept me away from her. So I was able to spend some more time with her. So things happen. I mean, even the other day I saw somebody posting on Facebook, where were you in the blizzard of 78? So here was an example again of like something that was unpleasant, but I remember where I was. I was in high school. I think it was freshman year. And we were, or I guess, or maybe I was in 10th grade, whatever it was, but we had this blizzard, but we were about to have midterms. There was some sort of midterm exam, and I wasn't quite ready for it. So I was really happy when they closed school, sent us home, and I had more time to study. So, phew, So sometimes, things happen for a reason, and, it may seem, I also didn't enjoy shoveling all the snow, which wasn't great, but that's why I live in Florida now, so I don't have to worry about that. But it's funny how things will happen that sometimes it's like, it can be seen as something that's a real setback, but then it can turn out to be a blessing in disguise. So I guess that's about all I have to say on that subject today. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you and give you some food for thought to think about, and to really spend some time thinking about what kind of life you are imagining for yourself. And then to be able to hold that, imagine it, and then, and like I said, the best way to do is to then just act as if it's already happened. Just, and they talk about this a lot in, with like the law of attraction, or when you're wanting to be able to manifest some extra money in your pocket or something like that, is to just trust that it's already here. And then, but take action. You do need to take action. Some people have, looked at that movie, The Secret, and then just said, oh, okay, so all I got to do is just imagine I've got $1 million and that's it. Well, no, you have to take action. You have to then take one step at a time and do the things that you need to do to be able to create that life. So yes, you can trust in God to be able to provide for you, but God wants you to do a little work as well. So you do have to take some action, make phone calls, do whatever it is that you need to do. But again, don't be stressing about it. Just enjoy life. Life is short. We only have this life to lead right now. Now, whether you believe in reincarnation or whatever, but you're not going to come back as you. Even if you do believe in reincarnation, you are not going to be this exact same physical representation of yourself. Although some people, oh, that's a story for another day. Anyway, but seriously, you're not going to come back exactly. If you died today and came back 3 years from now, you're going to come back as a baby. You're going to have to start all over again. You're not going to come back, just like this, as if you left, because our bodies are changing all the time anyway. In fact, how I am today is not how I was last week, and it's not how I'm going to be next week, because our cells are regenerating all the time. We are creating and we're shedding our skin cells, and we're having new cells being made. So we are constantly in a state of flux anyway. So what matters, what happens, what we need to focus on is just now. What am I doing right now to move myself forward, to be able to have the life that I dream of? And what was it, the quote I shared yesterday? It was the one from Thoreau about to go confidently in the direction of your dreams. And so that's it. Just go confidently. Assume that everything is going to go well, even though my mom told me never to assume, but trust instead. How about that? Well, trust that everything is going to go well. Take the action that you need to take, and just live a good life, and treat people the way you want them to treat you. But let yourself imagine, let yourself imagine a good life. Sometimes, and I know I've had this problem in the past where, you work with different programs, and people will say, imagine what your ideal day would look like. And there have been times in the past where I've been like, I can't even imagine. It's like my brain has just gotten like so stuck in whatever rut I was in that I couldn't even let myself dream about what would be a really great day. I've since gotten over that. Thank you very much. I do have an idea now. It's like I see myself in a lovely house by the beach. I see myself running retreats for women, and doing masterminds, and coaching people, and doing a podcast again, and doing more videos like this. So I've got lots of big dreams now. and I'm not really concerned necessarily about making a lot of money either, although I would like to make some money, and it's always nice because I want to be able to give back. I want to be able to contribute money to charities. I want to be able to help the Sarcoma Foundation, for instance, and help with research. I want to help people, organizations that deal with depression, because both my mom, my sister, well, frankly, my whole family, in one form or another, suffered from depression. That's why my dad was an alcoholic, because I'm sure he was depressed, and that's why he drank. My mom ate instead, and so do I to some extent. But anyway, but I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to give back. I want to be able to provide for my family. I want to be able to travel, and all of those things do take money. There's no getting around that. But I am not, obsessively worried about it. I am trusting that by shining my light in the world, doing what I can to help others shine their light, that God is going to take care of me. And, I'm not going to be living out on the street. I am going to be provided for, and I will be able to provide for others at the same time. So that's what I have to say today on that subject. Kind of went on a tangent there, but anyway, hope you enjoyed it. And if you are getting value out of these, I would encourage you to share them with your friends, because I think that the more people I can help to be able to, again, to kind of focus on the good things in our life. There's too much negativity going on in the world, and I want to be able to help people focus on the good things and to remember to treat each other well. So I would encourage you to share it. That'd be awesome. And if you ever have any questions and you want to talk with me, I would love to talk with you as well. So, shoot me a private message or something, or connect with me, and I'd love to have a chat with you, because I realize what I'm here to do on this world, on this planet at this moment, is to have these conversations. Never would have thought it, but it is. I'm realizing that's what I'm here to do. I'm blessed at this point in time to have a platform to do that with. Thank you, Mark Zuckerberg, for creating Facebook. I know lots of people complain about you, but you know what? It's a great platform, and I'm blessed to be able to use it. So have a wonderful day, everyone, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care.